The night was cold and silent as Noah sat alone in his car outside the city. Rain slowly rolled down the windshield while the world around him felt completely dark. His phone battery was almost dead, his bank account was nearly empty, and his heart carried a pain nobody could see. For weeks, he had been pretending everything was fine, smiling in front of people, laughing during conversations, acting strong while secretly falling apart inside. But tonight was different. Tonight, the weight became too heavy. Noah rested his head against the steering wheel and whispered softly, "God, where are you?" The rain grew louder, and for a moment there was only silence. Then deep within his heart, he felt something unexpected. A calm voice whispered gently, "My child, stop worrying." Noah slowly lifted his head. The parking lot was empty. No one stood beside him, yet the peace he suddenly felt was real. The voice spoke again. "You have been carrying battles that were never meant for your shoulders." Tears filled Noah's eyes, because it was true. Every day he worried about money, about failure, about disappointing people, about the future, about becoming someone nobody remembered. His mind never rested. Even when his body was tired, his thoughts continued fighting invisible battles. Then the voice said softly, "Fear has stolen enough from you." Noah closed his eyes. Memories flooded his mind. The nights he stayed awake until morning. The anxiety hidden behind fake smiles. The moments he wanted to give up but kept pretending to be okay. And deep down, he realized something painful. He had spent more time worrying about life than actually living it. Outside, thunder shook the sky. The voice whispered again, "Look at the storm." Noah stared through the windshield. Dark clouds covered the city. Rain poured heavily onto the streets. Then the voice asked, "Does the storm last forever?" Noah quietly shook his head, and the voice answered, "Neither will this season of your life." A tear rolled down his face, because for the first time in a long time, he felt hope. The voice continued, "You keep asking me for strength while holding tightly to fear. Let go of what is destroying your peace." Noah took a deep breath. "But how?" he whispered. "How do I stop worrying when everything feels uncertain?" The answer came gently. One step at a time, one prayer at a time, one day at a time. The rain slowly became softer. Then the voice said something Noah would never forget. "You are trying to control tomorrow while forgetting I am already there." Noah sat silently. Those words touched the deepest part of his heart. Every day he tried to predict the future. Every night he imagined the worst possible outcomes, but none of it changed anything. The worry only made him tired. The voice spoke again. "My child, peace does not come from having all the answers. Peace comes from trusting me even when you cannot see the whole path." Noah looked out at the city lights glowing through the rain. For the first time in months, his breathing became calm. Not because his problems disappeared, not because life suddenly became easy, but because he finally understood he did not have to carry everything alone. Then the voice whispered softly, "Remember the mountains you already survived." Noah thought about the hardest moments of his life, the heartbreaks, the failures, the nights he thought would destroy him. Yet somehow, he was still here, still breathing, still standing, and suddenly he realized God had never abandoned him, even during the moments he felt completely alone. The storm outside slowly began to fade. Clouds moved apart. A small beam of moonlight broke through the darkness and reflected across the wet road ahead. The voice whispered, "This is how life works too. Storms come, storms go, but light always returns." Noah smiled through tears. For so long he believed worry could protect him. But worry had only stolen his joy, his sleep, and his peace. Then the voice said one final thing: "Stop fighting tomorrow's battles before tomorrow arrives." Those words changed something inside him. Noah leaned back in his seat and closed his eyes. The future was still uncertain. The problems were still real. But his heart no longer felt trapped by fear. Because now he understood. Even when life feels heavy, God is still guiding every step. The next morning, Noah woke up before sunrise. The rain had stopped completely. Golden light stretched across the horizon as birds sang in the distance. And for the first time in a very long time, he felt alive again. Not because everything was perfect, but because peace had finally entered the place where worry used to live. So if tonight your heart feels tired, if your mind feels heavy, if fear keeps stealing your peace, listen carefully. The storm will not last forever. The same God who carried you yesterday is still with you.